You already know. Easy in the building. Easy, yeah. I want to thank my Heavenly Father for another beautiful day. I want to thank archangels, regular angels, my ancestors, my extended ancestors, or light beings, or divine beings, or high vibrational beings. Throughout the multiverse, different parallels, portals, timelines, past, future, present, the all in all, etc., etc. In the silence, you receive brilliance. The Lord is so powerful. The insights that He gives, not just what I give back, but the insight that He have given me on a lot of people that I was intimate with and close to. Mm-hmm. I want to clear the record up. Even if y'all felt like y'all chose me, I actually chose y'all. Truly, I could say that. To every person I have ever extended myself to, I have been genuine. And 9 times out of 10, I was there, or they appeared in my life as I appeared in theirs in the time of need. I have always gave all that I have to individuals that could care less if I have, which is deep. And this is a realization as of, you know, not right at this moment, but as this present timeline. Hmm. You know, there's a saying that you call, you want the truth, you can't handle the truth. It's a great line in the movie. And it was said with conviction and power. And I don't believe that it originated in that movie. But that's where I get the reference from it. I've heard it. But the way it was presented in that movie or TV show, but I believe it was a movie, it sat well, sat right. And that's why the truth is so strong. That's why the truth can't be broken, manipulated, or tore down in any type of way. For instance, you know, the last relationship that I had, the serious one, the one that so-called supposed to be a divine masculine. And it's crazy because if you go out, I'm the male, and you know my twin flame is actually a female. You know, but I get it. I work from what you call the feminine side mostly. Don't think that the the DM is not there. The DM is just pacified. I need to pacify that nigga because if I don't, you'll have the version of what she's portraying, but mine will be way over the top, and I wouldn't be doing it for petty shit. I'll just be doing it just to be doing it. That would be the crazy part, and doing it with no remorse. So everybody should be kneeling, and I'm not saying to me. I'm saying to the Most High and saying thank you, because if you truly know who I am in spirit, and now that I'm back, if I did go dark, y'all can't handle me as being peaceful, as being godly, driven. Because it's truly him that's molding. Because I can, if I wanted to, I could pull that back out the ethers and do myself an injustice, my lineage, and everybody else I'm supposed to be bringing up out for pettiness. I can't see myself doing that, number one, because I love myself too much for that. And because I love me, I love y'all. I'm going to give you another key, another jewel, another piece of fire that comes deep from within the earth. And I mean, where nothing actually reaches, but this is the weight and the gravity of the fire that I'm about to deliver to y'all. When you know yourself, know your failures, where you truly lack at, and being honest with yourself, knowing your strengths, knowing your fears, and able to walk through those fears to be able to gain more strength. Everything is mental. We are dreaming in an awake state. And And we have the ability to control this dream. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to control this dream. This is my dream. And it's because of my dream. It ain't nothing I can't do in my dream. So in my dream, my awakened dream, the dream that we all share together, I forgive y'all, the ones that have came from me, knowingly, the ones that haven't known, have that didn't know, that have came from me. I release y'all of all your demons that concerns me and concerns everybody else you ever did an injustice to. Now I know I blew a lot of people's minds just now. Who are you to forgive everybody? And I mean the world. Knowing what you did, not knowing you, never been there a day in my life. But if this reaches you, you know that you are free. And if not, you know you will be on your way to be free. I'm the dream wakener. I'm gonna wake you up in your dream, in this dream, the dream that we all share. And when you come for me, that I'm not worrying about here, in the 5D, in our true dream world, you would know you can't handle me there either. I ask God for the truth and nothing but the truth. I will endure this flame, no matter how hot it becomes. I will become it, and then some. Dark wizards, dark sorcerers, dark spiritualism, all wickedness of the world. Come see me, come at me, do what you will. But no, what I do is out of love. The way y'all come at me, and I hope y'all come at me with your best in intentions. I mean, go for the gusto. Act like y'all coming for the devil himself. Act like y'all want to take his place because you can't come for God. I'm not even going to tell you to act like that. But that's actually who you coming against. You coming against the spirit that he has in me. That's triggering y'all. And look at this. I don't give a fuck. Straight. I ain't worried about nothing. Nigga, I ain't worried about nothing. Nigga, I ain't worried about nothing. Round down, round, work. Like, we not playing it. Like, I know I'm talking big shit. And I know it's real shit. Because I'm talking in this dream that we all see. We all, And social media is crazy. Let one person just click on a person saying the right thing at the right time and they blow their mind and think they ain't throwing it up on something else and see how it rise. I'm so high, I'm not even, I'm gonna blow your mind with that too. I'm so high, I'm in multiple dimensions at one time. That's how high I am. How I am. And there's still levels to go. Oh my God, it's awesome. Cynthia, my twin's mother, you know, he wasn't the originator of this whole fiasco. But I know you were one of the chess pieces or pawns or whatever you want to call yourself, or checker piece or whatever, however you see in this game that you thought y'all was playing, but I even thought that you was groomed. I know for real you older than me, but yet you was groomed to come against me. You didn't find that weird to a person that you so-called felt was inferior to you. They had to prepare you from your childhood all the way up to our encounter. Today I come home from jail and you just so happen to walk past my building. Never seen you a day in my life, but yet I live in know everybody's face, but don't know your face. Been in your building. You so-called lived in for however long you lived in there. Your male friend in there that been passing you messages for a long time that was also friends with my man Vaughn that was connected to Sharon. My Lord is look, my Lord is so great. He shows he just has the dots just crazy connecting like for real, for real. Like in our relationship you kept on saying that I was cheating with Nene, a person that I wasn't with and she wasn't even around. And if she did pop up, she came to see my mom. She didn't come to see me. And I was so called staying with you, wasn't I? Okay. Now, if I wasn't staying with you, what did that say? I, did I just take it upon myself and say I wasn't coming home? Or somebody was playing themselves to a point where a person said, I don't have to deal with it and let you go through whatever you went through or had to go through until you got over whatever you needed to go to get over because I know I didn't do it. And that's straight truth, at least in my eyes. If you could point out where I came home just fucking you up, I came home just arguing with you, I came home not showing you love and attention, that we ever went out anywhere and any female have ran up and hugged and kissed me and people acted like we was more than anything that me and you was. Name one time. The only reason why you know about Nene is because I spoke about Nene in whatever conversation you and my dearest mother have had. And that's when you started throwing her up in my face. So God is beautiful. He drops her mask, he drops your mask, drops Renee's mask, drops my godmother's mask, and everybody else in the community all at the same fucking time. All because of an inheritance. I truly don't know how big this inheritance is, but it must be crazy big because even though y'all fighting for it, y'all got people bigger than y'all that's fighting for it. Y'all got people that y'all connected into this bullshit fighting for it. You talking about multiple covens here, let alone high society. And I'm not even talking about the actors. I'm talking about the so-called one percenters up there, the ones that you don't even really know their names. The ones that you hear about, those are not the true one percenters. I'm talking about the ones that pay the ones to do their bidding. I ain't supposed to know about this. Y'all so supposed to know about this. And this is throughout all of the world. This is not just this government. This is all dictators, kings, queens, whatever, presidents, emperors, sultans, whatever. A world within the world. And if it's worlds within this world, the 3D world, we're not even, so imagine the worlds above in the 5D and beyond. Like I said, I'm working out at not multi, all multi, infinitely. Right? Bold claims, but truth.
That's what you point out. Change your
I'm,
mind.
Mom, I'm here, right?
Change your mind.
See what I mean? What was the interruption for? Okay, I said something. We get, I'm here, right? Yeah, I had a little paint job that I'm supposed to be doing right now. And I wasn't being petty. God said to do something. God said, stay inside. Don't go nowhere. Stay away from everybody. And that's what I did. Or that's what I'm doing. My people's were on my phone. Hey, bro, called me twice, but he didn't, I don't know if he left a message or not. But I already knew. So I jumped on and texted him real quick, yo, bro, got a family emergency. And it is a family emergency because if I don't take care of me, I don't take care of what I need to take care of for the ones that's attached to me knowingly and unknowingly. So what's worth more? That little couple of dollars that could be taken care of tomorrow or another day that God would allow me to do it. Or me to say fuck God and destroy everybody's lives, including myself, over a couple of dollars, which is crazy. That's how y'all feeling. The ones that have been bribed, that's going through the turmoil, the guilt, the purgatory. Your jail cell right now is your own vessel, and it's rightfully so. And this is not going to be the last time you see everything your life flash before your eyes, everything you have done, everything you have experienced. When we face the Lord, when we go into the eternal sleep from this vessel, you'll have to see all that experience, all that, and be weighed on the outcomes that we allow to go down, because everything is choice, and knowingly and unconsciously, we know. Okay. Boom. Now getting back to you, Cynthia. Remember us being together, but yet your so-called sister boyfriend was at your house every day, all day, even when I wasn't around you. Why is your sister man up under you? Yet I was the one being accused of cheating with Nene. You kept on causing commotions. You kept on doing funny, petty shit to a person that was giving you all of them and whatever they had. So when I did, at a few occasions, wasn't able to control my emotions as a younger man, I did put my hands on you. I put my hands on you twice. And the third time, I didn't put my hands on you. You ran up behind me. I turned around, mushed you, and somehow your front two teeth got pushed back, like you got smashed in the face, which was very peculiar to me. Because, like I said, I didn't throw no strike. And yes, I could attest, you was actually injured. You did open up the door and showed me that you was fucking injured. So when you said it, I said, well, get the fuck out of here. You doing your little sobbing or whatever, but all right, no problem. Open up this door. Let you go. Cause wasn't even going to touch it. No, open up this door and let me see what the fuck you talking about. You opened it and I seen it. I apologized and also told you, see the stupidness. You see the dumb shit. You see what happened. Walk out the door, about to leave. The two youngest sons come out. They want to beef or whatever. All right, no problem. I told you, you don't have to worry about me no more. And how all that came about is because you want to claim that I took $10 from you that I asked to borrow from. And when I asked you, when I borrowed the $10, you told me you didn't have no money. I left the house, came upstairs to where my name is on the lease. I asked my mother because I was getting money the next day, and I told you this. My mother gave it to me. Came back down to your house because my name is not on the lease. I just had kids with you. And did I have any clothes in your house? Or did you notice that? I didn't have nothing in your house except for what I was wearing. That's another reason why you was mad, right? Because my English was telling me, oh, and you wasn't even the first, like, you're not even my first girl, my first, like, so, that's irrelevant. So, so I knew better. Just say that. I knew better. And that's how we was a rap. Because you never came back apologizing, trying to do right as a grown woman, a grown up, my senior. Somebody that I supposed to respect it, which you did have my respect. I wouldn't have been with you if I didn't respect you. We wouldn't have kids if I didn't respect you. And if I wasn't in love with you, we definitely would have made it that far. But you destroyed that. And then after that, you tried to quietly dismantle my life. Tried to turn everybody against me. I didn't even know you had that type of influence. Remember, you didn't deal with nobody. You didn't speak to nobody. At least that's how I portrayed. And then when we did have the kids, the twins, and then they realized that the girls that I was coming out with every day since they was born to the age of 4.5, every day, all day, and you know this. Without you buying milk, even though we was getting wet, without you buying Pampers, without you buying wipes, I bought all that with cash, with the help of whoever was willing to help me if I didn't have it. And why was that? With God blessings. I was God blessing. If I didn't have it, it was still manifested. So you was already showing your wickedness. You was already showing your your control tactics. You tried to break me down, make me into some puppet like the ones that you was hanging around before I stepped into the picture. Remember, I pushed them out. Remember, I didn't do anything but be myself and claim what I felt was mine. And I didn't yell at them. I didn't punch them. I didn't chase them out. You had that respect for yourself to tell them whatever you told them. And they faded. Did I believe that you stopped keeping in touch or being around them? Tell you the truth, I didn't even care. I wasn't worried about that. I know who I am. I've always knew who I was as far as that, as far as the spiritual allergy part and my spirit, God's spirit, and this ancient spirit that's, you know, been here just as long, has me on another level that all three of us is working on how we working. And I'm one to whatever I learn, I use it all the time. Even if I ain't doing it, it's applied into some other aspect of my life. That's how it's always been with me. So then it started the child support shit, and then me finding the jobs, and then you doing calling and doing hexes and all types of spells. So I lose the job, and because you was mad that I was able to get the job, I, and the system couldn't do what they wanted, what you wanted them to do to me, which of course it's cause in they records they done heard that shit multiple times. She wants me in jail. She wants to stop you, to stop my life. And this was before the actual knowing of the witchcraft and all that, of the paid practitioners and the extra help, the tag teaming, and the whole Mission Impossible type shit. Y'all try to get on some black ops, what you call MK Ultra, and all the black ops, all the black ops shit, all wrapped up in one. every black study, every black, like all up rolled up in one and thrown at one individual, like, and then an individual that's a nobody. So we talking about billion-dollar contracts, billion-dollar billion-dollar contracts for little old me, and I thought the what you call it, the month, the 1 million, the 500,000. You go down, no, I believe it was the million. That $1 million reward to the dark joints to bring me down. That's nowhere near enough. Because if y'all spending billions, tens of billions, to come after little old nobody, how many billions are I really stacked on? Because they willing to give y'all that. So what are they getting out of it? They willing to give you that type of amount. What am I really worth? And I was wondering why I was on the terrorist watch list. Nigga, I am the terrorist watch list. Fuck what you talking about? Nigga, I should be number 23, number 30. Nigga, I, I'm over one. Like I'm one to infinity, and then they decide to say two. Then they decide to say two. I'm one to infinity. 'Cause you know you should be able to have more than number ones. We know that number ones. It's not, you never really just by yourself. Number ones have other number ones up under them. But I'm at the very top. I'm telling you. The shit that I'm talking is breaking down strongholds. The court system that is handling our child support case. Do you know the fiasco you just put them in? The different judges that gotta explain how they didn't see this coming. That shit started going crazy in one of their lives and they jumped off the case, handed it to somebody else. They jumped off the case, they handed it to somebody else. Why is that? I thought it was because the shit was getting serious. No, it wasn't that. Because the judges are scared that they hoping somebody else could close it before whatever else happened and before everybody get caught. Lucy's, you got some explaining to do. And that's for all of y'all Lucy's. Lucy, you got some explaining to do. And I'm not Ricky at all. Yeah, this is the boy, you already know. You feel boy, you already know. I love Lucy. If you don't know, I'm not Ricky. I'm not going to be like, we going to get over this. I'm going to let you handle that. I'm stepping to the side and I'm going to let all of y'all handle if y'all need to handle and give me back and then from everything that I've learned. Because y'all not to take everything. This is the game y'all wanted to play. Y'all wanted to declare war. I got the scars to prove it. Yeah, here. They'll be there forever. God made sure that. And he made them glow. Yeah, y'all see it. And I wear them proudly because it's to the end of all that shit. We will not be slandering other people just because you don't know something. If somebody else is telling you something and you want to know something, you go find the fuck out by yourself for yourself. And then if they story line up, then you can fucking line up with them. If you want to take people's word just because you think you know something about that person, then I hope we all have learned this lesson right about now. We all have learned that lesson right about now. What lesson is the lesson of our perception. It's not the true perception. It's what we choose to see or how we see. Until we really drop those perceptions alone, we get to truly see. You welcome. Another jewel from the Most High. Another channeled message. Another STD. Spiritually transmitted download. Spiritually transmitted data. Not like the shit y'all got. Not the shit that y'all tried to entangle you in. get shit, yo. Misery loves company and the damn this way. Thank God I have protection and I use protection. You want to play games and the games that's life and death games. And then when they lose you, they want to crop you. They want to beg for you. What happened to the people, those people that didn't survive? We're the peace for that. We're the justice for that. We're the hope for the next individual that can experience this type of shit. I am that hope. This declaration is that hope. We need energy. We need action. We see them for what they are, not for what we want them to be. And we act accordingly. Real cutthroat, real I'll lay you the fuck down type of shit. As you swing for death, make sure your aim is right and true. Because when I swing for death, it's always on target. Always on target. Never hit innocent bystanders. Never. That's how truth works. Truth hits who deserves to get hit. Truth lays down who's supposed to lay down. Truth knocks down who is supposed to knock down. Truth don't forget. Truth got a homing device that's connected to your DNA, your exact DNA, like your fingerprint. Nobody on the planet has your fingerprint. Truly have your fingerprint. Your fingerprint is yours. Your retinal eye, yours, cannot be duplicated. It can be forged. It cannot be duplicated. Excuse me. But there is no games in life, man. Life is unforgiving when you play by fucked up rules. Sin is not all those things that we put those labels to, greed, envy, you know, sloth, you know, all of the seven deadly sins. I'm sorry for my nose. I'm trying not to sneeze, and it's taking my concentration. Sin is betraying yourself, sacrificing yourself for this wicked place. When we can face this wicked place and tell this place, fuck it, and it crumbles to give us what we want, but yet we trying to serve it, the world mindset, our vessel mindset, but our spirit control everything. So let's train our spirits to control this vessel. As it controls the vessel, it controls the mind. And remember, mind is all. Instead of doing the trendy bullshit like World Star, TikTok, and this flipping, being into everybody's shit for hours, instead of putting something educational in you, something that could bring forth growth, not just giving you ideas of quick fame and grandeur, where to be where they at, they giving you a gimmick where they did all these fucked up or, you know, street cred things to get where they at. Some of them, yeah, but not as big as they talk. And what's really stupid, a lot of them that did make it, that did get a little something, they had to put that money into the shit that they was talking about to be something. And that's crazy. They got it in your head that they got millions and billions driving in all the luxuries and all that, which they are, but it ain't theirs. Yeah, they living nice, but it ain't theirs. Are they rich? No, they broke. It's the facade. It's the, how you say, the puppet play. Somebody got their hand up in their ass. Hey, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. And then take it off and then throw them a couple of dollars. Maybe maybe pay their mom's phone bill or house note for the month, mortgage for the month. And then they gotta get that person hand up in their ass again. Hey, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. To get a little more. Yeah, sad. It is sad. That niggas is getting fisted. Niggas is getting fisted. Not when they want it, but whenever it decides to want to get fisted, it decides to fist them. And then when they need to be fisted, they get denied. Oh, that's crazy. Oh. I'm sorry, I find that shit funny because I could picture I could picture all of y'all getting fisted. And it's fucked up to say that. Me actually seeing y'all niggas getting fisted. That's a terrible thing because I don't think that shit is pleasurable at all. And if it is pleasurable, then more power to you. You know, to each his own. But God damn, they put their damn their elbow to the elbow. Yeah, let me stop. Um, um, wait, wait. Another one instantly knew it was you. Don't ask me how, but instantly. That's why I was so confident and sure that that 8 years I'd accomplished my goal. We would have we would have accomplished our goal. But you didn't want it. I honored my contract of the 8 years. You had 8 years to see who I was, feel what I gave, experience me to the fullest, the sacrifice, and still not throwing it in your face because it's something that is freely given, freely done out of love. I'm sorry you truly didn't feel the same way. And the reason why I say that, because if you truly did, nothing would have been able to separate you from me the way you allowed yourself to separate from me. I do understand that, life have wounds or can leave wounds and stuff like that. But also, you see what was being presented to you. You also knew who I was on top of that. You knew more of who I was than I even knew, just like Cynthia, just like a lot of y'all. The only regret I do have out that whole situation of realizing this, imagine if I'd have seen all this, had these eyes, had this understanding before all this has happened. Where would the world be now? How brighter, how much relief would have been created already. I'm sorry you were so scarred. I'm sorry you were so battered. And I'm sorry you didn't realize that I wasn't a part of that. How could I? When from the time I stepped into your life, everything was brightened up for you, even though you tried to make mine a living hell. Or for something, for a couple of dollars for the payment. and then the promise of getting a piece of the pie of the generator, the godly generator. Which none of y'all would have got anything except for what you have already got. And the ones that really control or have access to the places that has our money. Would have kept it. It's not like y'all have been able to go in there and get it your motherfucking self. That's how stupid y'all. Even though right now, all that money is my money. But do I have access to it right now? But I will. God is opening the doors. God is putting keys in locks. God is allowing certain individuals to cover their ass. You just might survive if it's in God's will. But like I did earlier, I free y'all of your demons. Oh, also Renee, I know you slept with the nigga on the first floor in your building that sell weed. If he ain't on the first floor, the second floor, going wrong with the dreads, the ones that you tried to, set me up with, one that you paid for, whatever you thought y'all was gonna happen that night that I came with you, and then I never walked through that door. And I thank my Lord, I thank my ancestors for the confirmation, for the greatness that I am. Also, I know, like how Cynthia is trying to portray. Oh, the DJ. Oh, that's my sister's ex-boyfriend. He's like my brother. No, you was fucking him too. No, you was fucking the guy that you used to work with that, you bragged about his car. Oh, I also knew you was still fucking your husband. I also knew the ones that you accused your sister was sleeping with, you was actually sleeping with. And we talking about the females. You know what I'm talking about, the females. I also know you slept with what you call my twin's mother. I also know you slept with my cousin. And a lot of that group, your girlfriend, my fellow early Aries. It was something always about her that drew my eye to her. Like I know her and know her well. We have never really had conversation, but we have always had highs and passing, or short conversations in a store or something. Just because always had some type of fancy for her. Well, never, never like really had a lot of time with her. We didn't hang out in the same crowds, and shit like that. But like I said, we know of each other in passing because we live in the same area. Me and you got together. and it took me to, I don't know, you say your kids' godparents, whatever, if that is true. The ones that live in Patterson, the ones that also live on the same floor of that Aries. When that situation popped up, it felt like a gift from heaven. She was never seen to in a distraught state where she was bawling. She was like really hurt. I don't know if she was or I was just, some perfection in action, acting, pure perfection because it was believable. She had lost a kid, and you know, anybody that ever have lost their key or not just lost their key, but lived by themselves and wasn't able to get in their house, how lost a person will feel. You can't get comfortable. You can't get access to what you need to even be comfortable, let alone if you get on medication or any anything like that. Like this, real serious stuff right there. So, also attracted to this individual, you know, alright. You already relayed that what she's hurting for. Alright, let's retract your steps. I'll help you look as we go along. You never know, we might find it. Maybe not, might not. So we do that. I was good with her for a good hour, maybe an hour and a half. We looking for it. Whatever. Then another individual popped up and, was curious because I know the individual and she know the individual, but the individual have never seen us together like that. So, being nosy or whatever, it kind of intervened or even wanted to cut through. If I could find it before he found it, maybe I got it in. Who knows? It's a competition thing with y'all people. Ain't a competition thing with me. It's never been. If it ain't for me, it ain't for me. If it's meant for me, it would choose me and be for me. Even if I choose it and they don't choose me, eventually I'll get the message. And now it's no more of that. Because I will see it before, as soon as you present it, it wouldn't be the time lapse or me questioning myself anymore or questioning the situations or questioning my thoughts. My thoughts have always been accurate and they will stay accurate and I will believe them because I use everything. My eyes, my ears, my nose, my mouth, everything, my soul, my being, and collect on all that information and use it well. So there is no more stumbling into traps. There is no more playing a game that was never even played. But you just gave me absolute rules to a game that I'm gonna force y'all to play. And the game that like I just said, force y'all to play. You can't escape because it's not my game. It's God's game. and everybody plays God's game. So welcome to the game, and welcome to your awakening. Suffering is understanding. Suffering is molding. Suffering will get you to your greatness. And it's crazy. This is something that I was taken to a psychiatrist for at a young age, like 11, 12 years old, something like that, 10, 11, 12, some shit around there, maybe even 10, 11. I said this statement to put to a teacher: pain is life and life is pain. I didn't see where it was alone. At the time, I didn't see in the teacher expression or their reaction. Took it to the butthole, or like I was gonna hurt myself or some shit like that. That that statement didn't say that. That statement just said this young man knew what the fuck he was talking about. But I understand as you call it, as a adult fixated in its already programmed mind. Couldn't understand that that was just a pure statement coming out of a pure being at a pure moment. Wow, that was powerful. But welcome to the game. It's called the Awakening Game. And I'm giving y'all uh uh what they call that elevated game. Or it we just put extra rules in the game. We ain't gonna play by the regular rules. We gonna accelerate the rules. Everything is gonna happen faster. Things that will take years and eons is gonna take days, seconds, months, years. You're gonna you. I'm gonna have y'all baby quantum leaping in no time. Enjoy the ride.